All right. Well, let's start off with introductions. My name is Mark Earlix, and I am a healer by the grace of God. This is just all that I do in my life. And I am so grateful that everyone is here. I work with what I refer to as light. Light is my gift, my goal, and my tool. And it's what I utilize in working with people, whether it be for the physiological, biological, neurological, skeletal, whatever, and also with the emotional. And let me see, someone else. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Ann.
Thanks.
All right. Is your friend going to be able to make it?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, good. And I teach people that Beatrice is here. Yay. I teach people that everyone has the ability to work with healing to varying degrees. Everyone's unique in their way, in their style, in the way that they tap into that godliness within. And I say that I'm a little bit better than most people because I practice more. And I've been practicing this for a long time. And with practice comes experience. We all have the availability to that. You know, I offer workshops to help people to recognize their abilities. I have one coming up, matter of fact. Here's my list. Well, first, let me start off with every week we're doing this at 6:30, unless it's otherwise noted or canceled out for if I'm in travels or whatever. And every month I go to Arizona, and I'll be going this the 3rd in Scottsdale area. I'll be having a healing circle there, and then the 4th, 5th, and 6th. Excuse me, is it the 3rd? I don't think so. Yes, it's on the 3rd that I'll be doing a healing circle in Arizona, and then on the 4th, 5th, I'll be having 4th, 5th, and 6th. I'll be having apprentice training, and then it's a 3-day training, full days. Whoever's interested in Arizona or outside of Arizona wants to go there, please feel free. And then on the 7th, Tuesday, I'll be doing appointments only, and I'm almost booked. Other than that, on the website is a place, if you feel like giving from your heart, please feel free to do so. And it'll say either, I don't know what it says, gifting from the heart or supporting or something like that. And that's on the website, markearlix.com. And if you feel that you'd like to give something, great. I feel giving is good for the heart. So this coming up, January 17th is a 4-day, I believe it's the 17th, isn't it, Lynn? It's 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Yes.
For an hour.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, for an hour and a half a day, there's a workshop that I'm offering that's going beyond healing. And I don't care if you've taken the first class 25, 35 years ago on healing, they're all unique. I've had people take the same class 5, 10, 15 times in all different arenas of spirituality, mostly healing I've been teaching. And so that's available. Also, what's available is the appointments. I see people in person here. I have a small office in the Boulder area, Boulder, Colorado. And I see people in person. I also have Zoom appointments and telephone appointments and FaceTime appointments, if anyone's interested. And all the information is on the website. And I'll gladly talk with you in setting it up. And we'll just take it from there and setting something that's convenient for you and I. Any questions before we boogie here? Please, anything I can try to answer. Anything. I've worked with over the, I guess, 45 years, 47 years in teaching and in working with people about I don't know, 25 to 35,000 people over the many years. And this is all that I do in my life. So, questions, please. Anything I could try to answer before we start. Please, anything real briefly. Anything.
How's the weather out there?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Annie.
How's the weather out there?
Well, we're freezing. It's about 60 or 55, and
Freezing. Here in the state of Indiana, we are like in the 30s, in the long 30s.
oh my God, I couldn't handle it. But sometimes I do go to Chicago, not often, and
Yeah.
I could have sworn I saw Lindsay. Oh, there's Lindsay Novak. She's there. Hey, Lindsay. How you doing? I can't hear you. You're on silent. And please, if anyone's called on, please feel free to unmute their mic. And
Oh, there. Okay. I had said I'm focusing on you coming to Chicago.
all right.
Yeah, and I'll write something announcing it, and then you can fix it up.
All right. Now all we have to do is get someone requesting me there, with enough people, and I'll gladly go. All right. Good.
Yes, I will.
All right. Good to see you here, Lindsay. So any questions, any comments I can try to answer, please feel free.
Hi, Mark. This is Bruce. How did you know you had the gift of healing, or when did you know that you had the gift of healing?
A good question, Bruce. I'll make this as brief as I can, not the long story version. Many, many years ago, about 47 years ago, I went into an order, a Gnostic order. And as I had before I was accepted into it, I had to meet I had to go before what they called the Esoteric Council, which was made up of priests and teachers, and for this particular order. And I assumed they accepted me. They never told me, but they said, go. The main fellow introduced me to who was going to be my teacher. And my teacher called me over, and in this room of priests and teachers, and he said, come over here. And I went over there. He took me to the window. He says, see that door downstairs? I want you to go into it and kneel before the Mary Shrine. And someone's going to pick you up and get you something to eat. And so I said, okay. So I bopped downstairs, said goodbye to everyone. And I was kneeling before the Mary Shrine, and I found myself, I didn't even know what a Mary Shrine is. I'm Jewish. And so I never went into a chapel in my life. I never did anything religious. And so I didn't know how to kneel. So I said to the guy, well, first of all, where's the Mary Shrine? The guy who answered the door that I knocked on, which was the chapel. And he says, you don't have to knock. So I said, well, where's the Mary Shrine? I was supposed to kneel before it. And he says, over there. And a little disgruntled, and that I didn't know what a Mary Shrine was. And the room was dark, and a bunch of candles and icons on the wall, pictures and stuff. And so he was leaving, and he said, anything else? I said, yeah. He said, what? I said, how do you kneel? And he got really disgruntled, gave me a dirty look. He says, are you serious? I said, yeah. And so he went over there, and he says, this is how you kneel. And then he left, and he didn't even let me say thank you. And he just left, and I heard the door creak when he left. So I kneeled there. I didn't know what to do. I was just kneeling there like I was told to, and thinking that, okay, I'm in a holding pattern until someone gets me something to show me where I'm going to be sleeping and where I'm going to be, get me something to eat as well. And so as I'm kneeling there, I started getting really tired. So I started fidgeting around. I was moving the doily on this table, handmade doily, all over the place. And I blew out the candle, lit it again, blew it out, lit it, moving the picture around because it looked like the woman that was in this white cloth over her head was looking at me. And then I was picking the petals off the rose, put them in my pocket, didn't want anyone to see. And then I found myself, I was actually conscious when this was happening. I found myself putting my head down like I wanted to, rest or something. And so I started to put my head down. Then I found myself in what looked like an old English countryside, how they had these big hedges that looked like a maze all around. And as I was looking at that, it went on forever. And as I looked at that, then I found myself inside the maze somewhere. And it was like an opening in it. And in front of me was a brown earthen road, about maybe 15, 20 feet wide. To the left, it went into a forest that was all lush and dark and green. You couldn't even see into it. It was so intense. And then to the right, it looked like it went into a handmade stone monastic type structure. And there was a big brown door on it, wooden door, and it came down. And I was standing in this little grassy knoll right before the road. And it had a park bench, and it looked like the old Chicago park benches, green slats of wood and ornate wrought iron. And this door came down, and a procession of monks came out. There were 4 deep and 10 long. And as the procession came out, they all passed me and started going into this alcove that went into the forest that you couldn't see into. And the last one, in the last row, 3rd deep, he stepped out, took his arms out of his sleeves and put his hood back, and he walked up to me. And he introduced himself to me, told me his name, and then he started asking me questions about healing. Then I found both of us facing each other, sitting on this green park bench. And he was asking me these questions, and I, somewhere from within me, I was answering him. I never heard of spirituality. The only kind of spirituality I ever heard of in my life growing up was listening to really beautiful music from African-American singers on holidays. And that's what I thought spirituality was. I had no clue otherwise. And so he's asking me questions about healing. And from somewhere deep inside of myself, these answers came out in what he was looking for. And it was like a remembrance. And then I asked him questions to explain things, and he was answering, which enlivened something within me. And then the procession came back. He went back into his place, and they all went into this monastic structure. And the ramp door went up. Then someone tapped me on the shoulder, and I swung my head around, and I was just really surprised. There was this fellow that was standing there and saying, "I'm sorry I'm late. I'm supposed to get you something to eat and show you where you're going to be sleeping." And I just figured I had the greatest hallucination or dream or something. I had no clue what had just happened. And I walked outside with him, and it was dark. And I had gotten there at about in that chapel area around noon, or a little bit before. So I had been in there for about 5.5 hours.
Wow.
And which totally blew my mind away. And I just said, wow. That's all I could say was, wow, that was great. I'd like to have another one of those. And so it was the next day. I didn't know if I was going to stay in this group of people, this order, or leave, or just continue hiking around the country or doing whatever. And I had a breakfast, right before breakfast, I was walking around out front trying to figure out what my destiny was going to be in some sense. And so if I was going to stay or leave. And at about 50 feet away from me was this street bum. He was about up to here on me, and short, not saying that I am, but he was. And then he kept coming towards me, and I kept shifting over, and there was no one else around. And so I kept shifting over, thinking that, okay, this guy's going to come up to me. He's either going to hit me, knife me, swear at me, do something vile, or who knows what. And so he comes right up to me, and I'm puffing myself up, looking rough and tough and hard to bluff. and I'm ready to hit the guy. And he's looking at me in my face, in my eyes, and he says, "Put your hands on my head." And I said, "What?" And this guy had greasy head, tattered clothing. He was unshaven, unkempt. He said, "Put your hands on my head." And I was real quizzical about it, but then I felt this need, this urge to do that. And I looked around, and I didn't want to be embarrassed by anyone else seeing this. So I put my hands, and then I put my hands on his head, and I felt this weird sensation coming out of my hands. And it must have lasted for maybe 5 or 7 seconds. And as soon as it stopped, he said, "Okay, you can take your hands down now." And I did. And he said, "Thanks for taking my headache away." And he walked away, and I never saw him again.
Huh.
And that was my very first experience of working with healing, and which I had never heard of before, nor spirituality, didn't even have a clue what it was. So it was the next morning, or excuse me, afternoon, there were some other novices like myself that were standing around after lunchtime, and there was this one, and other brothers and sisters as well. And one of them, a really tall dude, and I didn't know anyone there. This one really tall dude came up to me and looked down at me, and he said, "I got a headache," looking down at me like that. And I looked up at him, I said, "So?" And he says, "I got a headache." And I said, "Take some aspirin." And so he kept saying, "I got a headache." And then it hit me. I remembered what had happened that the night before in the chapel, earlier in that day, later or early evening, and what had happened with that dude that came up to me, or excuse me, the street bum. And so I said, "Can I try something really weird?" He says, "Yeah." And so I reached up on my toes, put my hands on his head, and I felt this weird sensation again for about 5 or 7 seconds. And it stopped. I took my hands down, and he looked at me. He says, "How in the hell did you do that?" I said, "Why in the hell did you ask me to?" He said, "I don't know." End of story. So ever since then, and I didn't know it could be used. I didn't know it could be developed or become more made aware within someone. I just thought, over the years, the order I was in, they didn't want anyone to proselytize what they do or anything else, or attract people for those things. And so it wasn't until years later that I, in my sense, came out, and so that's how it all started. I hope that answers your question there.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. That's fascinating.
Yeah, for me too. Me too, Bruce. So, and I'm still working with it. And whenever I think that I've learned so much about it, I make myself just start from the very beginning. And because that's what opens doors for us. When we just say, "Okay, I'm so smart in this," or whatever, I say, "Forget it. I don't want to do anything else of this nature. I want to start from the beginning again." And then it grows from that into something even more so from within us. And it's allowing that godliness to do it, that light within to do it, the Christos, the Son. It's what's doing it all. And I've realized that over the years through many trials and tribulations. So, and this way I don't have to take credit for anything. I say, "Okay, boss, take credit for it. You got to fix this." And I leave it up to the old man or woman upstairs. And I just say, "Take over, boss, your ball game." And sometimes it'll even tell me, "Move over, Mark, let me work, and you just do your thing, keep your hands there," or whatever. And most people tell me that something in their life has changed. That's all that really matters, to varying degrees, according to the person's needs, not according to my needs or wants, or the person wants. It's what they need inside. There's a change that happens. And oftentimes, the other person has to participate in their life as well, in doing something that might be shown or seen and then expressed, if I should be able to see something or hear something or whatever. And so I don't know how it works, why it works, when it works, or where it works or anything else. Some people notice immediate change. Other people, 5 minutes or 24 or 48 hours later, they might notice something different in their life. Or walking down the street 2 weeks or 2 months later, they may, say, oh my God, when did this leave me? If that be the case, great. And or it may lead to medical interjection. That's great, fine, if that's going to help that person in what they need and accept in their life. So I pretty much leave it to God.
Yeah.
And whether it be the masculine or the feminine source. The feminine, I mean the Mother Mary, if that should be the case. And I don't go into the religious stuff. I try to keep that out. I'm very Gnostic. And Gnostic means to learn about that godliness within. That's its nature. Gnosticism is not a religion. It's just a way of life. Just like Buddhism is, or Zen. It's a way of life. It's not a religion. So this way I'm open towards all peoples versus a select few. All right. Any other final questions before we boogie here? And we'll work fast too. Anything else I can try to answer? Anything? All right. And all right, Patricia, anything in particular you would like me to work with, please? Name one thing. I won't work with emotional things here. That's only in private appointments with the physical. Please.
Yeah, there is something. I had eye surgery about a month ago, and I have I'm low vision, and I had some skin removed from the side of my eye so I could see better, and both eyes. And I the right eye.
Right eye, right.
The right eye is still bothering me. It's still hurting, and I haven't been able to get a doctor appointment. So I saw you were here tonight, and I thought, well,
Hey,
you know,
we'll
let
give
me
it a
see
shot. Let's see
Yeah,
what the
give
old
it-
man can do, or old woman, whatever it is. And it doesn't care what you call it, because it knows that you're trusting something. That's all that matters. And you're trusting it in whatever you refer to as your godliness or divinity or source, or Yahweh or Buddha, Muhammad, whatever. It doesn't care. As long as you're trusting something, it knows that you're coming to it. And that's all that matters. Yeah. All right. So what I want you to do is just take off your glasses for a second and sit back and let me do my thing. And some people may feel a heat or a cold or air going through them, or the muscle movement, or they may feel vibration or electricity or something. That's because they need to. The ones that don't need to. There is no right or wrong in the mind to get the godliness. And it doesn't judge. We're the ones who determine outcomes of a lot of things and the way things should be. God does not. God just wants us to be free and experienced in its nature. So, and I refer to it as God. Call it whatever you want. It doesn't care. All right. So as I do this, some people may hear, and this just started a couple months ago too. Some people may hear like a high frequency or a chirping sound. I won't, but other people do. All right. Now, did you experience something in your eyes, hon? And it's okay if you didn't. It doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
No.
Now, do you know, was it irritated or anything while we were talking or while you were here?
Yeah, it's irritated.
All right. Is it as much as it was, or worse, or the same, or better?
It's about the same.
Okay. One more time, I want to do it. And it may just, be in 5 minutes or tomorrow morning when you wake up. I don't know. I don't know. Or it may lead to the cause. Also, are you experiencing dry eye?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you were to put, I don't prescribe, I don't diagnose, I don't tell them they're healed. I let people pretty much tell me. But if you were to put, say, a very warm washcloth over your eyes, that might open up the tear ducts as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I felt pulsing that last time.
Yeah, it's breaking. There's it went, in my perception, it went to a causal movement, and I saw your future of like open up your eyes and no irritation in there.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
so let's see what happens. And please, anyone here, if they have results from what's happening, they should experience something really nice for themselves. Let me know. Let me know.
I can
are
just
really-
tell you, the last time I was on once before and you worked on my gut and nothing happened, but later on the next day, it felt so much better. It was so
Good.
weird. Yeah, so I do believe that you do this. You can-
Awesome. You
Yeah.
rock.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Kathy Hines. Hello, my dear. Turn on your mic. There you go.
Hi. Hi, Mike.
Good to see you.
Oh, dear.
And turn up your volume if you can, because I can't hardly hear you, hon.
Oh. Yeah, I have a volume problem.
Oh, okay.
Uh, maybe we'll try.
All right.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you a little bit better, hon. If you're
Okay.
if you stay close to the machine.
All right. Hi, Mark.
Hi.
See you, even though I lost the picture. But
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm here. My sister went to the dentist, and her dentist asked her if she does chewing tobacco because she has, it looks like it could be cancerous cells along her front lower gum line.
Okay.
And she hasn't had it biopsied yet, but she has had cancer issues before,
Okay.
not oral cancer. And so this is my older sister, Joanne.
What's her name?
Joanne.
Joanne. Okay. All right. Let me work with her. She doesn't talk very much, does she?
No, our family, my sister Joanne and I are fairly quiet. My other sister is a little more outgoing. She doesn't talk a lot. She sits and does embroidery work.
All right.
And she is overweight.
All right, and keep me updated, Kathy, please.
All right, I sure
Please.
will, Mark.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Susie
you.
and Tim. All right, let's rock and roll.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
It's good to see you.
You too.
A dear friend, his name is Tony. He's
His
a
name is what?
very good family. Tony, Tony.
Yeah, it's Texan accent.
Sorry.
That's okay.
He's currently an inpatient at a hospital in Salem, Virginia, with pneumonia, and anyway, they had him on an antibiotic. They changed something from something to something, and we need to get his oxygen levels up to at least 88 and above so he can go home.
Okay.
He's very strong-willed.
Okay.
Do you need a room number?
Nah.
I didn't think so.
Social Security number, mother's maiden name, and
Yeah, the last four.
no, the whole thing.
But he's he knows about tonight. He knows who you are, and he knows
Okay.
how you've helped us. And he's a very close family friend. And I told him I was going to have you send some light to him in his room and help those lungs get better and
Okay.
just be able to get out of the hospital a little sooner.
Let me work with Tony a little bit, and you keep me updated too, hon.
I will. I promise.
I see him taking a full breath. So let's see what happens with that.
Perfect.
Let
I'm
me
in
know.
agreement there. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. It's like a breath of relief. And so let's see what happens. Marcus, please, anything in particular? Name one thing, please.
Yes, hello, thank you. I'm
Sure, hi.
currently dealing with some sort of either sinus infection or cold, so just pretty well wiped out. If
Yeah.
there's anything that you can do there.
Yeah, what I'd like to recommend, I don't prescribe anything. It's not my job. But at night, when you first start feeling yourself coming down with a cold or flu or something like that, get a lemon, squeeze it into a glass, and fill it up with cool or warm water, whatever your preference, and drink it down. Do it before you go to bed, and don't eat anything after that. And what that does, first drink that glass down, and then that'll taste real tart. And then if you follow it with a clear glass of water, that'll taste real sweet. Then go to bed. And what that does in the night, it collects a lot of the toxins and from your nodes and your glands and brings them into your colon area. And in the morning, you flush yourself out, or during the night or whatever.
Yeah.
When you have to go to the bathroom. And
Yeah.
that will flush everything out. But if you eat something after that, then it just redistributes the toxicity in your system. So it's doing it before you go to bed.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but let me work with you and see if we can help that a little bit.
Thank you.
I'm feeling your sinus area build up a little bit in a little bit of pressure. Did you feel that?
I feel it just sort of kind of fluttering a little bit.
All right. and just consume a lot of water and help flush yourself out and stuff. Good deal.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do you notice a difference in there? It was before and what it is now? And be candid.
It felt like that last time I felt a little bit of warmth. I don't know. I think I feel less pressure at the moment.
Good. Good.
Yeah, it's
Excellent.
fantastic.
All righty. Samantha, my dear. Hey.
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Fine. Good to see you.
Thank you for doing this healing circle. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Um,
How's your back?
I was going to ask you about that. Since our last healing, overall, it has improved. But just like on a day, like maybe if I've lifted too much or something, it might go down a little again. But just I noticed overall, it's definitely improved.
Very good.
But
Yeah.
I would love some more healing on the back if you don't mind.
Sure. My pleasure. And, it just needs a couple more days of,
Yes.
chillaxing, they call it.
I feel the same. I feel that.
Yeah, there are muscles that extend from the spine going into the top of the hip area.
Yes.
And I just felt like a little shift that they might release a little bit more, which is nice, which is what you're looking for, hon.
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My total pleasure. Cassandra, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well tonight. Thank you.
Excellent. Anything in particular, my dear?
Yeah, actually, it's for my daughter, Sierra.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw her walking a little bit ago, but she's she has autism
Okay.
and is nonverbal, but she has an issue. It's called Eosinophilic Esophagitis.
What is that?
It's an inflammation of the esophagus.
Okay.
And I mean, it's my intuition because she's nonverbal that she's having some issues with that. But when she has pain, she pulls her hair out by the handfuls.
Yeah.
Screaming, doing that. So anything you could do to help relieve.
Yeah, the pain with her also, what we interpret as pain, part of that, not all of it, part of that is the intense energy that she experiences.
Yes. Yes.
And so let's see if we can work with that a little bit. There was a little bit of a relief that was experienced, but an exercise for her that you can suggest is when she gets premonition before she gets that intensity.
Okay.
And so when she gets the idea that it's coming upon her or from within her, the buildup of the energetic, tell her to grab something wooden and hold it and let it go, let the energies that she's feeling, the buildup of pressure and energies that she's feeling, let it go into the wood.
Okay.
And it has to
So-
be good.
So, I mean, she can't tell me something's fixing to happen. She'll start just pulling at her hair, then she'll just start screaming.
Yes.
So
yes.
at that time, I just need to hand her something wooden.
Yes, and allow the energies to go in there. But she knows, she gets a sense that a bout is going to be coming.
Okay.
And it's for her to start finding that and to
Okay.
hold on to the wood.
Okay.
It could be a piece of wood. It could be door handle wood, if there's a wood door handle anymore in the world, or it could be a railing, or it could be anything wood.
Okay.
Let her train herself to know that.
Okay.
And it's going to take practice.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing's easy with her.
And what about with you, hon? Anything in particular?
I'm having an issue on the right side of my low back hip area.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
That was from something from a couple years ago that initiated that. Do you remember?
No.
Okay, let's see. All right, let me just work. Because this isn't the first time you've had it.
Correct.
And it's nothing to do with an emotional trauma or anything like that. It's just something where the body got a shock trauma from something about 3 to 4 years ago, and it just it's like a bruise in the body that even though we feel better, then it comes back, the wrong movement or turn or bending down or something that
Okay.
brings that out.
Yes. Okay. Thank
All right,
you.
good.
Very
Can you
grateful.
tell if there's any difference in there, or it's about the same or worse or better?
You know what? The inflammation part, I can actually feel that has gone down a little bit. It's not as hot
Good,
as it was.
good.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with that now.
Okay, great. Thank
All right,
you.
awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
Lindsay, hey, Lindsay Novak. Real briefly, hon, anything in particular you'd like me to work with?
I was in dialysis all day, so I'm
Yes.
exhausted, and I would love energy if it's possible. Maybe it comes from, the process. They drain your blood and
I know.
purify it.
Yes. Yes, it is part of the process, the results of that.
Yeah.
So let me work with you, hon.
Okay.
All right. And now, one of the things that I got was that, of course, your body's through this process of the dialysis, your body's going to be going through like a shock trauma, as I always say.
Yeah.
But over time, you'll see that it's less frequent or excuse me, it'll always be, but it'll be less dramatic in your body.
And maybe could it be less frequent, like 2 times a week instead of 3?
I don't know that. I don't
Oh.
know. It's not determined yet about that.
Oh,
What is determined, though, is that you'll see that it won't affect your body as dramatically anymore, because your
Oh.
body will start to adapt to it and expect it. It won't be a shock trauma anymore.
that would be wonderful. Thank
Yes.
you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I miss working.
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. Let me see here. Bruce and Kathy Bosniak, please.
Hi, Mark. Thank
Hi.
you. I had a basal cell removed and then surgery to fill the hole on my nose.
Yes.
Left me with a dent. So the dermatologist was injecting it with 2 things, one to break up scar tissue and one to fill it. She hit a
Good.
blood vessel and got very nervous and then sent me in for laser treatment. And
Yep.
since then, I can't breathe well on both nostrils, most of my left, and
Okay.
constant running.
All righty. So let me work with that a little bit here. And tell me if you notice a difference or anything should change by chance. There, I'm feeling a little more internal pressure. Let's see if we can break that now. Can you breathe any differently now, hon? Can you tell if there's a difference?
Yeah, Mark, that was amazing. My arm was shaking. My eyes started blinking. Major something. God bless you. I love you, Mark.
How's your nose?
It feels still blocked on the left, but I know that something big just took place. It was amazing.
All right, let's see just a little bit more here.
Hey, thank you. Jesus. Oh. Oh.
Okay, and your nose might run, not bleeding, but run.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
All right, blessings to you. Bruce, please.
Yeah. For about 3 weeks, I had headaches and sinus related. It seems like the headaches have gone away, but I still have a lot of congestion, and I'm wondering if it's allergy related or whatever. But I seen a lot of stuff still up in the head, and I'm like I do neti pots to try to flush it out.
How often do you do that?
The neti pots I was doing twice a day was pretty good, but then
Yep. And then what happens is it starts coming back and you have to do it more often, because what you're doing is when you're doing it that often, you're depleting the good stuff and you know, the not so good stuff, but you're depleting it and you're creating a pattern so that the more you do it, the more you have to do it.
So would you say once a day or less than that, once every other day?
I don't prescribe, but you know, if it were me, I would do it maybe once every 3 or 4 days.
Okay, I'll try. I did stop
because you're creating what's called a fixation, and the fixation is the more you do it, the more you have to. It's just like cracking your knuckles. But eventually, what happens is you're displacing the synovial fluid when you're cracking your knuckles. You're displacing it from cushioning the joints, and that makes the joints come to closer together and rub against each other, and you're actually fracturing the joint material.
Yeah, that always
Same
drove me
thing,
nuts.
with the Netipow or any of those colonics or anything else. The more often you do it, the more you need it.
Oh, interesting.
Just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, world according to Gartmark. So, all right. So let me work with you a little bit here.
Thanks.
And what they're doing is they're selling all these things so you don't have to see a doctor, and then you end up having to go to the doctor.
Right.
So they can give you more meds or something. I don't know what. Anne, my dear, Anne, turn on your mic there.
Okay, hi, Mark. Thank you.
Hi.
I have some more tendonitis in my foot, my right foot. I had it
Okay.
before and it's come back.
Okay, you got it. You just sit back and just enjoy yourself. Be real candid with me. Do you have a sense of movement inside your foot?
Yeah, I felt it felt like larger, like, and I felt something going on inside.
Okay. Did you just have a inclination to twist your foot around?
I'm sorry.
Did you just have an inclination to twist your foot?
Well, I have my foot like up kind of elevated, so I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Let me finish. Let's see if this doesn't help now. And what you also may notice is that, say, tonight or tomorrow, at some point, you may get a sense that a couple of the bones cracked in there and released in some way.
Okay.
All right, or joints, not bones.
Okay.
You don't want to crack bones.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please keep me updated, everyone, please.
Okay.
Let me see. Christina, please, please, please.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. Hit the
You
wrong
traveled.
button. I did. First, thank you very much. My feet are like, I don't have the pain I was having a couple days ago, so it's awesome.
Thank God.
I know, yes. Feeling better last couple days. Believe it or not, I completely, for the life of me, cannot remember the exercise you gave me to do. About the waking up with clarity, like going to bed at night and visualizing clarity.
I can't remember.
Okay, we'll have to chat maybe. But my lower back is still bothering me.
Okay. You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's pressure there. And it's coming from the small, a little bit lower than the small of the back, from the small of the back down. And it's a pressure. So that tells me, in my perspective, that it's postural.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what you said a couple of days ago too, yeah.
Okay, cool. It's going to feel like a slow draining. That's the pent up energies in there. Let's see if that doesn't help relax it. But if you're relaxing it, you're going to have to develop it.
Right. Yes, with the core strength exercises. Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Blessing.
Blessing to you too, Mark.
Thank you. Beatrice, hey. Anything in particular, hon?
So I wanted to see if you can bless my mom. Lately she's been having like a really bad sciatica pain, like going up to like her calf, and maybe a little bit higher.
Okay.
She can't seem to find like good relief. Like she's basically like taking medication for it. And so
Yeah, is it mostly her left side?
it's the right.
Okay. Yeah, great. Yeah, her pain is like a burning cold, if I'm correct. And so what she can do, which will give relief, and hopefully what I did will bring on relief. But what she can do is like go to her right side, and it's right above, right on top of the hip bone.
Mhm.
In the center between the side and the spine.
Okay.
And that's where it's going to be the most sore on her. And if she can push it in, or you can push it in with the thumb and keep it there, don't palpate it or move it or anything else, just keep it there. And it'll be the most sore spot on her whole back that will generate down. But what will happen is it will break like a water balloon filled with warm water, and someone comes along and puts a little pinprick in it, and there's a gentle flow.
Mhm.
As soon as you feel the flow, get out of Dodge. Does that make sense?
Stop pressing it, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And to show her that she can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
And that will help it to remember, or begin to remember, to be at ease in her.
Yeah, she's not local, so I'd have to tell my dad to do it.
Yes, and if you can show it on Zoom or FaceTime or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, yeah. All righty. And let's see. Hey, Mark, Yvette, I may have to go time issue. Yvette, where are you? Are you here? Oh,
Yes, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, there you are. Hi. Good to see you. Good to see you.
And thank you, Lynn, for helping. So, Mark, I just wanted to go ahead and two things. One is just a blessing for a job. So I've been stressing with that.
Sure.
Woke up last night with a nightmare, I think, just with all the stress and everything with regard to that. And then I think my dog may have chewed on something wrong that he chewed on and bit his jowl. So he's like, it's swollen on the right side. And so he's like drooling all over the place. So
oh, poor baby.
To him too. Thank you.
All right. Let me work with the dog first. Not that the dog's more important than you, but.
We're all equal. Four-legged and two.
What I might suggest also is holding out the lip of the dog, and you know, what I understand is if you put hydrogen peroxide there and just hold it out for a minute or so, and then do it again, And
Okay.
a couple times a day, I heard, you know,
Okay.
not to prescribe because I'm not, but
Yes.
yeah, that might be exactly what's needed.
Okay.
All
I
right, good.
noticed it today and I was like, why are you drooling like Pavlov's dog so much? And then I saw it was so swollen. I'm like, poor thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it might be a little bit of a laceration in there too.
Okay.
Just a little one that he broke through. All right.
Will too.
And that's what the peroxide will do, the hydrogen peroxide.
Okay.
And then use water to wash it if you should do that. You know, just pour it and that'll be all. It takes about 2 minutes for the whole thing.
I'll take him out to do that. Thank you.
Yeah. Not on the living room rug.
Yes. He'll be trying to get away from me.
All right. Let me, now, what with you, did you say?
For a job.
Oh, for the job. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to give a blessing for this.
Thank you.
And what I'm doing is I'm asking for the blessing. Yeah, just don't forget to breathe. Enjoy your breath. It's life.
Yes.
And you're giving life to everyone in your life.
Thank you so much, Mark.
You rock. You rock. All right.
And happy holidays.
Yeah, you too. You too, hon. Kat, hey, how you doing, Kat? I can't hear you without your mic.
Got it.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Sure.
I'm here. Right shoulder, please.
You got it. What's wrong with it?
Accident many years ago. It keeps kind of showing up periodically. I think I slept on it wrong again last night. So it's achy. It's hurting right in that, whatever that top of the shoulder bone is.
Clavics.
There, I just felt the flow through the arm.
So did I.
Right.
Thank you.
That's
Oh,
life
yes.
force flowing through. Let's see what that develops into now.
Yes.
All right, good.
Thank
But
you.
sleep
Yes.
with your arm out and sleep on the other side.
Okay.
All right, good.
We
Good.
try. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Let me see here. Annie, please. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Mark. Hi.
Running a couple minutes late here, so be patient.
Okay. Well, this is for my little doggy, Nikai.
Oh.
Somehow she hurt her neck or her shoulder.
Oh.
And she's being in pain, so took her to the vet, and she's under medication, and
Okay.
yes, kind of a long
Let
2
me
weeks.
work with her.
That she needs some healing. So I
No
mean,
problem.
doctor said.
Okay, Annie.
Yeah, doctor said so. Yeah.
All right. And my perception is that tomorrow she'll be more active. So
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
she's progressively getting
that's
her
perfect.
yeah, her health back. So
Good.
it's taking a little bit, but
Yeah.
she's
And
coming along. So,
tomorrow it'll be active.
all right. Thank
Okay,
you.
good. Blessings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see here. Who haven't I worked? Where's Aria? Hey, how you doing? Anything in particular, Aria?
Everything hurts. I'm in a lot of pain.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, hon.
Everything hurts. I'm in a lot of pain, and we had a car accident recently. I was not in the car, but it seems to have really blown everything out of proportion. Or my car is gone. It was totaled. My husband just walked out of the car. He was fine. I have a lot to be thankful for, but I can't seem to settle in. I don't know.
And you were in the car too?
No,
Okay. All right, let me work with you, hon.
thanks.
What's most important, I've done what I did, but what's most important is that you wake up tomorrow knowing that it's going to be a new day.
Okay.
Go to sleep tonight knowing that it's going to be a new day tomorrow.
Thank you.
And it's almost like opening up a window in the morning where you're at night and you're imagining what tomorrow might be. And as soon as you wake up tomorrow, you're seeing yourself ahead of time, opening up a window and letting the light come in.
Okay.
You rock.
Thank you.
You rock. Anyone else I hadn't worked with yet? Oh, please, Nancy. Yes.
Hi. I've been walking about 4 to 5 miles a day, and I was walking this morning, and all of a sudden my right foot started hurting, and I don't think I broke anything. It hurts on the top of the foot, and it's swollen, and it's just very strange because about 6 weeks ago, I due to walking, my left knee started hurting, and that finally stopped hurting.
All right.
And but now it's my right foot, so I don't know what's going on.
All right. I'm telling you, you need just a TV clicker and almond M&Ms and coffee. Why exercise? I'm telling you. All right. So let me work with your right foot.
Thank you.
And just hold it out in front of you on the floor and let it be relaxed as possible.
Okay.
And tell me if you start sensing something funny happening. You just feel a little flow in it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Starting to.
Yeah. That's a corrective measure that your body's doing.
Okay. I don't think I broke anything.
No, I don't even go there. There, it went again. So I know
Yeah.
did you feel that?
Uh-huh, I did.
All right. That tells me that the consciousness of that is broken.
Okay.
So now it can start you can be you, but go slow for the next 2 days.
Okay.
And no exercise ever in life.
You know what? The M&Ms, the almond M&Ms, just sound
Almond M&Ms.
great. Okay.
It
Thank
can't
you.
be regular M&Ms. It has to be almond.
Thank you.
Right. Dwight, did I get you? Did I work with you, Dwight? Are you there? There you are.
I'm here. No, actually, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Anyone else? Anyone notice any difference in their body from when we first started this? Please. Please. Anyone? Kate? Yeah. Kat, I mean. Good. Excellent.
I've noticed a difference in my eye.
Awesome.
Yeah, it feels a lot better.
That's lovely. Lovely. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
And Mark, I've been feeling like my knees, my ankles, and my kidneys. I don't know why, but it's like somehow connected.
All right. Yeah, it's one big sink, you know, and everything sinks together. It's all blend. Everything's teaming together in the body. So let's see how that affects you, hon.
Okay.
All right, please.
Thank you.
All righty. My pleasure. Susie.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, talk to me.
I have my mom, one of the reasons we're here in Texas, really don't know the exact situation, but she just came from having a stress test at the heart place, and she sees the doctor on the 9th. They're supposed to answer her questions.
Okay.
And she's had some grief lately, and she could use some light.
I would love to ask a blessing on her.
Her name is Mary Sue.
Mary Sue, another Texas name.
Yes.
She was very statesman-like. Is that correct? Eloquent in the way she spoke.
Yes.
All right, let's see what happens. Please do keep me updated. All right, everyone. We went a little bit over. I apologize, but I'm not sorry. But thank you all so much for being here. And I think next Tuesday, I will not be having a circle because I'll be having appointments in Phoenix. But after that, it's every week, except for Christmas time around there. And I think Lynn knows the schedule, and it'll be up on the website.
Yes, and I'll make sure I send the details out in the video replay.
All right, good.
Email that will go out tomorrow morning.
All right, good. And just the people who, whatever. All right, enjoy. Please keep me updated how you're doing. And don't forget to go to the website to see the information. If you want an appointment, let me know, and we'll set something up. And take a look at the events, and don't forget the giving page button on the website if it's within your heart to do so. Your soul.
And I'm going to round up people from Chicago.
You do that.
Who want you to come here.
That would be awesome. That would be
Okay.
awesome. and then we'll get it started. All
Okay.
right. Blessings, everyone. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your
Thank
patience.
you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
All
Thank
right.
you.